All right, everyone. So today we're at Kasie and Jacob. This is at Columbia Woodlands in Dover, Ohio. It's a really gorgeous venue. They have it set up really nice, and there's a lot of different options around the property. We're just getting ready. I'm doing the bridal party, and John, the second shooter, is over with the guys in a different building. We're getting details, first looks, all the standard getting ready stuff. I just wanted to share the behind the scenes of the whole day. I really enjoy watching these videos from other people and seeing how they manage the day differently and still come out with good results. So I just wanted to share my ideas, and I'm just going to do some basic voiceover through the day and just kind of let you know what I'm looking for, what's going on, if there's something I'm troubleshooting, maybe why I'm picking certain gear for certain things, different prompts, but I also want you to hear the audio from the day just to kind of hear just a standard interaction. I just put an Insta360 X3 up on my camera, and I just hit record here and there and just let it run so I don't have to think about it, so that I can still just shoot the day and watch back on it later, see what to improve on, see what to change, see what I like, and just hope you can get something from it too.
I don't know, anybody do something stupid today?
And as you're watching, if you see anything that you like or don't like with the way I kind of have this set up, this is only my second one I've done like this, so I'm totally down for different ideas.
Everybody just kind of bunch in and just a big, like, cuddly, fun, just kind of frat girl kind of deal.
I mean,
They look so great. I love them over. Oh yeah.
Look at each other.
I love them.
So I like to have a good handful of just standard prompts that I like to use. I'll use everybody look at me, everybody look at whoever the main one is, whether it's the bride, the groom, the couple. I'll have everybody look around at each other, and then sometimes I'll try to throw it off a little bit and say, hey, look at your favorite, who's going to be more wrecked at the reception, who's the funny one. Just kind of, I'll just try to think of some random stuff like that just to get them not focused on smiling for the picture and more focused on laughing at each other and being goofy and having fun and relaxing.
We both kiss her on the cheeks. Nice.
oh gosh, do I have stains?
These did lip stain instead of lip gloss. You don't have any.
Whatever.
Should you do the maid of honor, maid of honor?
Oh yeah, can you do that?
Sure.
Matron of honor, man of honor? Yeah, Greg, you're stuck over there. Sorry, I have stains.
Oh wait, sorry.
Even if I'm doing posing, I'll position them, but then I'll just kind of give them little things to do here and there. I'll put them together, and then I'll just say, hey, okay, look over here, you look at me, you look at me, and you look away. Just little things like that, instead of trying to get them to focus on like looking at me for the picture and smiling, because it's just weird for everybody, and you're not going to get a good normal reaction.
Anything written on the back of the shirts?
No. You guys want to do one standing really quick? Yeah. What are you doing? Popping the canvas.
Front leg up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Everybody look around at each other. Look at the funny one. Who's going to be a bigger wreck at the reception? No.
I always like to ask them too. I want them to be involved with the day, because I know they've looked at all kinds of ideas and inspiration while further planning. And if there was something cool that they saw that they want to try out, I'm all for it.
No. Yeah, can we do one with each person really quick?
Yeah.
Like the bridal party?
Oh, you start. Oh.
Okay, I started.
Okay.
Yeah, double favorite. I need to get the shirt. This is the funny one. Kasie and I was doing the same pose, and I need to use one.
All right.
Next.
We'll do this again once everybody's all.
This is my gate. Yeah, it's over here. So I. Yeah, I have it wrong.
All right.
Next.
It's alright, I gotta move up now.
So what are you doing? Oh my god!
She's fine.
Nothing happened.
All right. It's not the first time. It's usually the guys. Can I take my pants off yet? I'm like, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah, here. No, I don't jump. This is not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have moved that.
Yeah.
I did it in the whole.
All right.
It might be on her back. It would. This is why I
That's awesome.
This is why I want 1, 2, 3.
This was a fun, like, picture that they did when they were kids that they wanted to redo. I'm always down for doing anything like that, too. That's always funny. Looking for a spot to hang the dress up for a shot, and I ended up just going in the room in there by the fireplace because everybody else could either go upstairs or to the other bathrooms to get dressed while I was doing this, and then she could go get dressed and everybody could hide out in here and we could set up for the first look. So we didn't have to shuffle people around and hide people so often.
So is the day gone smooth for you so far already?
Far so good. I can't complain.
Awesome.
If it rains a little, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're just gonna go with it. Luckily, most of the places are like, they have like tree covered.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it rains.
So while I'm setting up for the dress too, she comes over here in a minute, and it brings me to a good point that I always really like to make sure I know about any real special personal details. There's always something, like with this dress, she comes over to point out a chunk of like her dad's shirt that they stitched inside the dress. And it was a place that wasn't so obvious that I would have noticed, even when I had the dress flipped around for the next shot. So I'm really glad she pointed that out.
How are you wanting to do that? Do you want that to be right before the ceremony, or do you want to use it for everything?
For
First look,
everything.
for
So what I
everything?
was thinking
Okay.
is, like, we'll get pictures of like mom zipping up my dress or whatever. I don't know.
So now everybody's back in the room getting ready. We're just getting a couple quick shots with mom kind of looking like she's fastening her up and just kind of faking this. This should never really take more than 5 to 10 minutes tops. Even for the guys, I'll just kind of have them do similar deal, play with your watch, play with your collar, your tie. Maybe I'll coach the parents sometimes, especially if they need it. Some people just aren't as emotional, which is fine. That's just how they are. But to help try to pull some of that out so it looks like something's happening in the picture, you can kind of just talk to them a little bit, just mention things. You're just kind of planting the seed of think about how special this day is. How long ago was it when they rode a bike for the first time? Think about their first day of school, their first boyfriend. Could be anything like that, just to try to get them thinking about that kind of thing, because there's enough stress going on through the day that I don't want that to get kind of lost. And also it kind of helps me get a better reaction to give them in the end result.
So it's been a while and I forgot.
All right. This is so good. She's taller than me. I can't really see.
Do you want it?
It's supposed to go right above the knot.
Oh, above. Okay, so it's going to be over the. Okay.
It is gonna be over it.
I have some bobby pins too. If it ends up popping out and you need to.
Right here? Yep.
Yeah, and then just kind of stuff it down in there, and we'll see if we need to do more with it or not.
When you go in there.
That's good.
Oh, they're so pretty. So pretty.
Mom, you want to come around here and then just kind of like, I don't know, fix your necklace and just kind of have a. You guys can just kind of have a moment.
Have a day day.
Have a David. You want to let me move it? Fine. All right. Aww.
No crying this time.
Nope, no crying.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, we did. But.
All right. You guys just have a hug and have a moment, or just do whatever. Mom, have any advice? Let's see if everybody's all right.
Yeah.
You guys ready for?
All right, so now we're getting set up for the first look.
All right.
This spot had a lot of cool options for the first look. I thought about doing it in here, but it was still kind of wrecked just from all the getting ready stuff. I didn't want to bother with all that. And they were still kind of doing some final things. So I had her go at the top of the stairs. So Cassie's up there waiting. I pulled them out so I also could shoot through them and get her in the back. And I could also go up there with her and shoot past her to get them when they turn around.
Hey, you look so beautiful. Okay.
All right. Go back to some. Should we switch that?
You go on with
You want me on this?
Yeah, that's how we were. I'm too OCD to remember everything all the time.
All right.
You know.
Oh, it's sunny, guys. Yeah. It's sunny. OMG.
You said rain would stop in 6 minutes. It stopped in 6 minutes.
All right, Casey, do that little turn real quick. You guys stay here. Don't look.
Don't look.
All right, I'm going to go up there.
First looks are always nice too when you get to do them. If there's time, I've had people that wanted to do bridal side, the groom side, parents, brother. They wanted to do first look with everybody. I'm all for it as long as we got the time. I just have to think about how we're going to shuffle people around. Usually for that, I'll just kind of stick her somewhere in a room and bring everybody to her. Hey, if there's time, it's always a good shot for a nice emotional reaction shot.
If you need to go back in. Tangled or in the way or whatever. You gotta be comfortable. Look at that.
It's beautiful. So pretty. Look how sexy.
And the balls.
No, I didn't see it.
Where?
Walk. Now you can't see.
Why would
You can't see shit.
Katie said, shut up. She's a Karen.
All right. Do you want me to pull these?
So now we're at the first location, getting set up for the first look with the groom. This is the first time I saw Jacob, so I wasn't sure how emotional he was going to be, and he ended up crushing it. He was fine. He looked great.
All right, let's see here.
So John back there, second shooter for the day. He's on the 70 to 200, and I'm on the 24 to 70. So we aren't going to be stepping on each other's toes with focal length. We can shuffle around each other, and I'm just going to make a circle around them while they're doing whatever they're doing. John's focused on Jacob right now, and we're just going to wander and give each other hand signals if we're in the shot. Hey, scooch over, get down, whatever we need. We'll just get as much variety as we can. For the first looks, I always tell them this is like a good first deep breath for the day. Usually there's been a lot of stress, so this is something they can do to just take a minute, be together. It also kind of helps logistically through the day. That's something I might go into more in another video on maybe why or why not you should do a first look. There's plenty of videos on that. But I just tell them just to have a moment, hang out, do whatever feels right. And you guys look at me, tell me when you're done and ready to go on to the next thing.
Yeah, can get all of ours. That took us a little longer to get better. Yeah.
They also both did private vows, and I'm going to speed through this next part because it's just kind of the similar deal. I'm just working the circle, John's working the circle, and we're just going to get as many options as we can for them. I like shooting over the shoulder to get their vows kind of over their shoulder and maybe get the other person. Shooting the vows over the shoulder and maybe getting the other person's reaction in it. I'm going to do another video here soon, too, on the differences between photo and video, because I do both, and I've worked with a lot of people that do both. And when somebody's looking for or trying to decide if they want to do video, there's a few things that I think video really shines for over photo, and other things where I think photo is nicer than video. So I think that's something I may go into. This is one of the things where video, I think, is a lot more comprehensive option for capturing the moment, because you're hearing everything that's going on, you're watching reactions. The still image by itself is nice, but you really have to think back at, oh yeah, what was going on? Where with video, you can watch it. So it's different, and I think that's something I may go into in depth here in the future.
We'll do like a forehead to forehead.
So the
get close.
venue brought us out first for the first look, and they went back to get some of the family and wedding party. So we're just going to knock out some couples portraits while we're waiting on them.
Now we'll have you come forward and over here.
Okay.
Because she's going to peek over your
I
shoulder.
always like to knock out as much as I can whenever anybody's ready. Hey, if we got a couple minutes and if you're down for it, let's get this busted out so we don't have to mess with it later.
And,
You can
ring
get to
and flower
cocktail
all together.
hour,
Gotcha.
or just so it just straight up doesn't take us long.
Got it. All right. Yep. You look down like that. Okay, now kind of turn your head a little more like you're looking back at her, but you won't be able to see her. Now you keep looking at him, and Jacob, you look at me. Nice.
Can you rest your head on the shoulder? Yeah. And you go ahead like you're looking up at him. Like sort of,
Up at him?
yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, that's it. That's one. Yeah.
Now Jacob looks straight out in front of you.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Nice. Did you guys have any cool ideas of stuff you don't need to do? Anything you've seen or?
I kind of like, can we do one like holding hands and you guys get the back of us?
Yeah,
Sure.
Going
Like
that
walking,
Yeah.
towards the.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, good
I'll
ring.
pull her train out so it looks. Let's get the leaves off of it and stuff. Hang on, hon.
Okay.
Leaves out of there. I'll hold on to it and you get the shot. Okay. I'll toss it out. All right. And let's see if we. Okay, guys, go ahead. Walk out. Yeah.
We'll do belly button to belly button, and then you can take your flowers and kind of put them up over his.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And just kind of hold hands together and. Okay, look at each other.
Oh yeah.
Kind of Eskimo kiss, tickle your noses together. Someone can lick somebody's nose. Can do whatever feels right. All right.
Wanna bend her over like you're gonna give her a big whopping smooch and hold.
Like
The dip.
a good dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that? Be careful. Oh yeah, awesome.
It didn't work out.
All right. I'm trying to think of a cool way we can show off the shoes.
What shoes?
Her
Her tennis shoes? Just like that.
That's yeah.
Have her hold her leg or do something. There we go. Yeah, you come on this side.
They can hold their leg up.
Those got like something.
And yeah, it's kind of.
Is there?
Everybody look at each other.
We're so awkward.
Do you want individual? Do you want like mom to step out and one with her, and then,
Yeah.
or do you just want everybody?
We're still going to do
Yeah,
some
just step
family
inside and
formals
then
right
we'll
after the
swap her over
ceremony,
and stick you
but
back in there.
there's plenty of people that are here that we can get knocked out before, so we just don't have to do it later. Those are mainly like some of the grandparents and just other people that are just coming for the ceremony. They're not really there for, you know, being in the wedding and
All right, Mom,
everything.
come back in. We'll have you step out.
Right.
And then can we also do one of just like me, mom, and Carly?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have him step out too. All right. All right. We'll have Jacob step out and then you back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Carly, you're on my veil. No. Okay.
Yeah, hand under the veil if you're going around there. Everybody look at each other.
Look at my beautiful face. Oh, I'm looking at it.
All right. Is there anybody else for you for family that's not wedding party? All right, Jacob's peoples.
Jacob's peoples.
Yeah, family that's not the wedding part. Well, wedding party too if it's family, and then
Just family.
then we'll do wedding party separately.
Do you want to get pictures of him putting the corsages on the moms?
Yeah, we'll do that too. We can even fake that too while we're
Oh, okay.
have him just kind of play with it while we're.
All right.
Are we doing this now or now?
We're gonna
Yes,
fake
yes.
it. So you guys
Well,
Just go ahead and
Same thing we
move
did
on.
with
yeah.
Same thing we did with
You
yours.
guys can and then we're
Oh, you can just we can just do that up here real quick then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize it wasn't on already. Yeah, it's no problem. This is just the slip on, right? The bracelet one.
God, I hope so.
Yeah. It is, but it is.
Not even help you pin them on or whatever.
Right.
I didn't realize she meant the corsages were like here now. So we went ahead and busted that out so they could wear them for the pictures, and also I could get some nice reactions of them doing that.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, scooch on in. You can kind of shuffle your feet up under the dress to get a little closer if you need to. All right. You can have arm like kind of up on her elbow. This one arm. Yeah, scooch on in. You can kind of shuffle your feet up under the dress.
As far as organizing people for family formals, I really liked the symmetry, so I try to keep even sides as much as possible. The other only really main thing that I like to do, I'm sure this is the case with most people, is I have it on my questionnaire, but I also tell them, if anything like this changes right up until that morning, tell me, just so there's not a problem. I just want to know if there's any kind of issues or like weird family dynamics, people that don't like each other, just so that I don't not know and stand them beside each other or say, oh, hey, put your arm up on them or move in closer and it makes everything weird. Maybe it causes a fight later. I don't want all that.
Yeah, we'll shuffle everybody around there.
That's my mom.
We do was already. We'll do that too. All right. All right. Now we'll do one out and the other two, and then we'll swap people. Whoever wants to go first, and then we'll swap out with.
I just followed the hand gesture. See?
Yeah, I need to do better on that.
The sign language.
All right. All right. Now you out and you in.
I'm not really sure what camera I'm supposed to look
If you want, like,
They're looking here.
Sorry, I just
I just look here. Follow him.
That's it.
There we go. All right. Okay. Point it towards.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good. You two can kind of go together too, kind of 45 for each other, and you can kind of help her with the flower, put an arm around her or something. There we go.
I get in. Mine away.
Nope. All right, everybody look here. Everybody look at the couple.
I like to keep them in one spot, and I'll shuffle everybody in around them.
All right, now we're gonna swap.
They just wanted some with just Jacob, so I just had him take a couple steps back. I'll scooch everybody around him, and then bring everybody back up around Kasie later.
You over here, in his spot. Oh, yeah, I can. All right. We'll have you two flip then.
Hey.
And then we'll have one of you over here.
Hey, what do you do?
And,
I'm supposed to go over there. What's happening?
Yeah, one of you over here. Yeah, we'll see what we need to do here.
Where do you want?
Yeah, I can hold. We'll do, yeah, just kind of be.
Oh, should I be in between them? Oh, yeah. There's blue in the end.
Yeah, all right, everybody scooch in again. And then we'll do a cheer one. We're going to do, guys kind of do whatever, and the girls kind of put flowers up. Do the flowers in the backhand, so not in front of your face. And we'll count you down. And then, okay, we'll give you a 3, 2, 1, and then everybody's cheering for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, do whatever. Any kind of cheery kind of stuff there. All right, 3, 2, 1. What? No.
Guys.
Yeah.
Everybody jump on first.
Yeah, just do whatever. I'm not a cop. Do whatever you want. All right. Yeah, this time we're better and happy. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, so I'll have you two kind of take a couple steps forward. Maybe 3 or 4 steps forward in front of everybody.
I always like the separation of doing this too, where everybody's kind of behind them. There's a little gap.
Get close again.
Shoot on, I don't know, 50 mil or longer.
All right. Okay, you two look at each other. Everybody in the back look at each other. Whoever your favorite people are, I guess. All right, now we'll have everybody just kind of walk, kind of slow, drunk walk, kind of look and talk at each other. And I'll just kind of walk. Practice for later. There we go. All right, go ahead.
This was an example where we were going to do the walk, and then just the way her dress was done up, it was just kind of thin and a little bit longer, and she just kept stepping on it. So we just changed what we were doing. So we just kind of did the big, like, I don't know, clustered up selfie shot thing where everybody just kind of crumples in together, squishes up, gets close. Same deal. Everybody look at me. Everybody look at the couple. Them look at me. Them kiss. Everybody cheer. Kind of the same deal.
It's a big day. Very nice. That's fine. Everybody just like really scooch in, lean in towards them, and all right. And everybody look around at each other again. Awesome. All right. So now if you want to do, we'll do like guys over here, girls over here. We'll do them. A couple groups of this time and individuals.
Oh, man. Oh, wait.
Okay, so I'm going to do the words.
So now I'm just doing
Point the front of
the girl side again,
kind of the stem towards
since
you.
this is the first time we've done it since they robe shots earlier.
All right.
John's behind me doing the guy side, and we're just going to do the same thing. Couple versions of groups, individuals, and then we'll go back to a couple couples portraits, and then move on to the next spot.
Everybody look at Kasie. Oh. All right. We'll do the similar thing, but we'll have you stay and everybody else do like 3 steps back.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, and do the cheer. That's nice.
I was just
All right.
I had both hands.
like that.
Say like this.
Please
No,
don't
I was
print that for the
literally-
live. I had both arms up in the air.
I was
We'll do.
You can edit that.
Is there anything like in the back of the dresses for anything? Like sometimes they'll do the one where the girls are looking away and you're looking.
Yeah.
All right. Another one you can hold up a little bit, so you're just gonna keep it over. All right. We'll do individuals again real quick then. So I have everybody over here and just have someone come over. Whoever wants to go first. Whenever you're done, go to the side.
I'm on this side?
Yeah, whatever side. Yeah. All right. Look at each other. You guys got any special funny secret handshakes? Anything with it? No? All right. All right.
We're just, we're no. No, it's such disgusting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, absolutely not.
All right. Look at each other. You guys got anything you want to do? No. All right.
Hello.
Look at each other. You guys have anything you want to do?
Silly.
Sure.
Okay, I'm ready. I got mine ready. I'm ready. Serious.
All right. 3, 2. Oh, there we go. You're ready. Oh, she's not ready. She was ready. There we go. Nice. Let's go over the wall.
Harley?
Again.
Again.
All right.
I don't know what Photoshop is.
Look at each other. You guys got anything?
I don't like my dress. It's not like lean on. Like you want to wrap your arms like this?
Nice.
Like you bend down. Stick your hip out. Stick your butt out. No, that's bad.
I just like that. Just do it like that.
Yeah, that's cute.
Nice.
Here we go.
Yeah. See if guys are done.
Now this is actually the third spot. There was another spot in between, but it was kind of a nice overlook to some of the trees and everything. But there was somebody camping there, so we just did a quick couple minutes, one grid shot of the wedding party, and then 1 or 2 shots of the couple, and that was about it. And then we moved down here to the pond.
All right.
It's all right if you do.
Okay.
Are my flowers okay?
Yeah, they're good.
Mine okay?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Did you want to do anything else with family groups?
Yeah. Like, you wanna, like,
I'm not.
brush
But I
off?
was just trying to protect my
Awesome.
The shrimp on that side and
Yeah,
they can
and then they
side.
can come back
Yeah,
in.
yeah. You scooch over, and then you guys up on that side.
Oh.
Dang.
I just keep putting my energy going.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, and then you want to do a few of the wedding party?
Sure. Wedding party.
Wedding
Actually,
party.
later, if the weather's cool and if the time works.
Sunset pictures?
Here, if we're allowed, and if you're down for getting in the canoe and going out, I'll bring the drone out.
There was the awkward pause, so I knew that was a no without saying no. But it would have been cool, but also the time didn't work out by the time we were doing sunset later. It was right in the middle of everything, so it didn't work out anyways, which is no problem.
If you're good, you get to have some sangria on the way out.
Oh my god. Huh? What I'm saying is my eyes all have water.
lean over the water.
Trust
Trust fall kind of thing.
Trust not fall.
Now, so we all take a seat, and he's
Coming.
Alright.
Don't fall in.
We'll see.
Stop it.
I'm ready if we do.
Okay, this is
Just good. Try button. Okay.
No, if you
Hands out.
you have the top button.
I will do it.
Yeah, he's just top button. He got it. All right. Everybody ready? Everybody look around at each other. Awesome.
Should we do one where like we kiss and they cheer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheer for the kiss.
Behind.
Cheer for the kiss.
Flowers behind.
Well, I can do
Front cheers.
There you go, Jeff. There we go. That was a little better.
Let's do that again.
We're only 5 minutes.
Wherever their table was.
All right, so we're back, and they're getting ready for the ceremony. There's still some time, so they're just getting a drink, getting the bathroom, getting all their stuff together, and then I'm getting over to the reception spot to get some details. This is something else to back where I said with the dress about personal details. These letters at the centerpieces, I saw that they had their names on them. It didn't click with what was going on. I guess Jacob was in the military, and they would write letters back and forth to each other. So they took some of those letters that they saved and used them as the centerpieces. I thought that was a really super cool, sweet touch. And that's something that wouldn't have been super obvious and wouldn't be obvious to somebody else looking at that picture. But to them, that's really cool knowing that. So I always look out for things like that. I've had some couples that went and made all the flower centerpieces. Sometimes they've made special gifts for each of the guests. I had one couple recently, I'll have that video up here soon too, where they took one of my engagement pictures and they redid it as pixels with Legos and did like a full 30-inch poster-sized picture of the picture in Legos. It was super cool. All right, for the ceremony, pretty standard. The only thing with this one was I had to be careful with my exposure so that I could pull some highlights and shadows because of the way the roof is. Once they're kind of from the middle going out, like towards me, so once they're about there, it's not too bad. They start getting some light on them. But way back there, back is too bright and they're too dark. So just trying to find the sweet spots of where to stand. I didn't want to use flash for the ceremony because I knew the cameras had enough dynamic range I could pull it as far as I needed to. Just something I was trying to think of. And right now too, with me being in the front with the 24-70, John's in the back right side with the 70-200. So we're covering everything. And I'm got my head on a swivel because I'm watching family's reactions. I'm watching for her to come down and everybody else that's walking up the aisle. I'm watching Jacob for his reaction. And this is a shot I don't always get to do because sometimes the setup just doesn't work for it. But I always like getting that over the shoulder shot. But I'm trying to watch everybody. Now I'm starting to watch more of Jacob. I always like being up there for the handoff too, because sometimes there's some just real nice little moments there. Another thing with this one was the officiant was a teacher, and I want to say maybe a supervisor for one of them. I want to say maybe Kasie. So having the officiant be someone that's an actual part of your life is really fun because they can come with their own stories, their own perspective, and also those are the ones that I really don't mind getting in the shot. Like if they're doing, I see a lot of people that'll kind of go back and forth on should the officiant get out of the way for the kiss? Should they not? I feel like the halfway shot is rougher. I wouldn't be all that worried because it's someone that's really special to them. Obviously special enough to pick them to do the whole thing.
Those of you who don't know, my name is Mark. I was one of Casey's teachers, swim coaches, supervisors at work, and probably several other roles I didn't know at the time. These environments tend to bring out the best and the worst in all of us, and throughout my time with her, I often felt like a big brother to a very persistent, very strong-willed, and very determined kid sister. Now, as a father, fast forward, I'm a father of an 18-month-old, a very persistent and determined, and I can't help but hug you.
So now I'm going to throw on the 135 and kind of work the outer edge, get some different types of shots. I'm watching for reactions, especially in that first and the last little bit of the ceremony before everybody's either really zoned into what they're saying or they're just kind of starting to get bored. Some ceremonies go way too long, and that whole middle section is just nothing for reaction shots. So I try to get those first and at the end, right around when they do the ring and the kiss. And then after that, I'll kind of watch the couple and then just try to go for some more creative shots during the middle part of the ceremony.
To illustrate what we're celebrating today, I'd ask for the indulgence of Kasie and the indulgence of Jake and everyone here. I'm a science teacher, and I was Casey's chemistry teacher in high school. Can we have a quick science lesson? So, a very brief science lesson. Throughout history, humans have been trying to understand nature. And for the longest time, we assumed that everything in the universe was in two categories. It was either matter, which means things that have mass, or it was energy, which means they don't have mass. Rocks, they have mass, they're matter. Love, sunlight, they don't have mass, so those would count as energy. And for the longest time, it was assumed that nothing that had mass could ever be energy, and nothing that didn't have mass could be matter. As time went on, we started to learn more about the atom. We learned John Dalton in the 1800s discussed that matter could be made of atoms. And then the time passed after that, we discovered the electron, the proton, and the neutron. But there was a problem. And the problem in scientists' ratings was that it took the mass of the electron.
So I just put on the TD Artisans 50mm f1.4 tilt. That's a fun lens to play around with. I always like using it for a couple ceremony shots to kind of isolate the couple. I'll use it here and there for details, and I really mainly use it for video a lot because I can like pan the focus across the frame instead of depth-wise, and it's just kind of a cool look.
This extra mass appears, and this is where we get E equals MC squared. E being energy and M being mass. The reason I'm bringing this up is because before we have two people that are of the highest quality, and they're incredible people in their own right. But what we're celebrating here today is the idea that when they walk out here, they're going to be bigger. They're going to be bigger than they were when they walked in. And that's something that's really worth, you take Kasie as your wife. You promise to devote your love, energy, and labor to her through good times and bad, through sickness and health, for the remainder of the time on earth. I do it. Having love in your hearts, a ring externally symbolizes your internal devotion to one another. May it serve as a daily reminder that there is no accomplishment nor challenge that you face alone. Please repeat after me. Take this ring, Kasie, as a symbol of my love, and fidelity to you alone. May it be a daily reminder that we're in this together. I promise to love and cherish, value and hold. I accept all that makes you, and give all that makes me. I promise to take daily.
John's right up there beside me with the 70-200 getting tight while I'm trying to get tight and some kind of mid shots of the rings.
Take this ring, Jake, as a symbol of my love, and fidelity to you all. And the daily reminder that we're in this together. I promise to love and cherish, value and hold. I accept all that makes you, and give all that makes me. I promise to take action daily to go less. With this ring, I take the fight. Now we're going to light. Make this light. And now, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Kasie and Jake Lau.
Like there, he didn't move out of the way, but it wasn't such a huge deal that it took the focus away from them. He was just standing there, and again, it was somebody that's special to them, and they wouldn't mind. And then I had to wait for them to come out far enough to where the light was going to be even on them, so it wasn't, halfway down them. The color was different, and the exposure was different. So now we're just wrapping up the last little bit of the family formals of the people that weren't there before. This is just some grandparents and some of the other families that just weren't here yet, so there really wasn't a whole lot left here. If I would have to wait and do everybody now after the ceremony, like if they didn't do the first look, I still try to do grandparents and kids first, if possible, so they can move on in and get cooled down or get warmed up, depending on what time of year it is. Go get some snacks, go hang out. Then everybody else is kind of filled in.
All right, take you. Right here.
Like right here, I like the symmetry, and they were really heavy on that right side, so I had to shuffle some people over. And then if they scrunch a little tighter, it'll look a little more even. So it worked out pretty good.
Next. All right, right here. Right, good.
Huh?
Right. And then we'll just kind of follow you guys. We got some of the details in
I saw this
there,
nice
and
cool
we'll
little
just kinda
swing
get you
over
guys
here during their ceremony.
with people and
So we decided to jump over there real quick and grab a nice little shot of them together and then get ready for entrances and reception.
Is it sittable? Is it like a good sittable dress and the thing isn't gross?
Well, too late. I'm already on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's not wet.
What should I do with that?
That's up to you. If you want it in the front or in the back. Are you going to be swinging on it, or you just want to sit on it and have him? We'll just in the front. Yeah.
Sittable should be just the new word for that. I just didn't know how tight the dress was going to be, how sometimes they're just, it's just not easy to sit with, or if I was going to throw the dress behind them on the bench, or sit it up front and flare it out.
Don't fall. Don't you do it.
I'm in your way, aren't I?
Yeah, you're fine. Fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Taking Kasie at the swing. He's going to push her into the break.
No.
How much is the insurance policy? Stop.
I think we'll switch and we'll have you push him on the swing.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll be fun.
There we go.
All right.
I like it.
Honey, did we get everything you wanted?
I'm the only one that has that video.
had a list.
Okay.
Jake, I'm the only one that has that video.
I appreciate it.
You see the frog?
I missed.
Right, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Right there,
Oh,
his
he
head
can-
sticking up. Yeah.
Nice.
What's that?
Frog hanging out down there.
Hey.
Throw it in your pocket for the night.
Is my butt all dirty?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Appreciate all your help.
So I'm using on and on camera flash for this one. I have the speed light up on top, and then I have two 8200s on stands. So I have one of them that's kind of right there in the center of the screen, right behind them, that I have to kind of rim light them a little bit, and then I have another one that's up to my left, just out of frame, to help light their face. But also my flash is doing most of that. The other one is facing over towards the table where the couple's going to be sitting, because I know they're coming in, and sometimes they'll do something at the table. Sometimes they'll have a hug, or they'll high five people down the row or something, and I'd like to have a flash set up for that. I also knew I had to balance their exposure with the outside, because they were going to be way too dark and the outside would be fine, or the outside would be blown and they'd be fine. So I was just balancing exposures. All right, so this setup for the cake cutting was kind of weird. I didn't know if they were going to pull the cake out for the middle of it, and they just kind of did it up against the wall. I like getting that over the shoulder shot of the cake too when I can. I'll just slip in real quick, grab that shot, one or two shots of it, and then get out. But I knew I was already thinking, I know I'm going to have to change spots when they do the actual feeding part, because I didn't know what they would do. They were fun enough. I thought they might maybe do a smash. I didn't know. I just wanted to be ready either way.
This is exactly how it is. He's making a bigger beating out of it. There we go.
So I just work around the buffet table and got them more straight on, just in case they did something. All right, now on to toast. This is sped up and also cut in half, because they did 6 toasts, but they did them tag teamed in teams of 2. first time I've seen that, but it took a while, and again, after the toast, photo-wise, after the first couple combinations of shots for everybody, it kind of is the same thing. So same deal. I have the one flash moved up there right behind me to cover them from the left side, and I have the other one back there by the bar to help rim light them a little bit. And then I have my on-camera flash for when I'm standing right about there, and they're casting a shadow on the couple from their backlight. So that'll help fill that in a little bit. I have to go back and re-aim and readjust here and there as they go and stand in different spots.
So here's Jay Kasie. May live many happy decades together and have many little Jakes and many little Kasies, so that I can begin my life as the long and early. Cheers.
I always like shooting through things, so I'll try to shoot through the people giving the speeches. I'll try to shoot at them, but get the couple in the front. I'll have people's heads or centerpieces, especially if they're like lit up and glowing. I'll get some like foreground bokeh with them in the background, and I just work the room as whatever gets a cool angle. Now for the first dances, I have the dance floor cross-lit, almost for now, because they were still doing the walkout, and I wasn't sure where some of them were coming from. So I have the one flash in the back that have them backlit. Again, the on-camera flash for fill if I need it. Same deal, I'll just kind of get wide, medium, tight. I'll try to shoot through people. I'll try to get the people in the background. I'll try to get the light like right back behind their head so they're like real halo-y. I don't know, certain venues also will kind of have more options for different types of things. So I'll just kind of take what's in the room, kind of go from there. Just work my way around, see what looks good. The shoe game's another one where photo kind of goes so far, so you try to do as much as you can to make it interesting. So same deal. Everything was cross-lit, so I could get some nice backlight, and I can get some nice side light to shape their face, and I could move around wherever I needed to. Try to get a shot of them, each of them holding up each shoe. I tried to get a shot of them straight on, like towards the DJ. Same thing, I tried to squish in between or behind the DJ and get a shot of them with the people in the back, and then just trying to get some reaction shots and just as much variety as I could.
Who is the better driver? All right, when cooking at home, who's more likely to give the other person food poisoning? So I take it you guys eat out of. Who's more spontaneous? All right, going back to kind of like more romantic. Who is the bigger flirt? Who wears the pants in a relationship? Who's more likely to drop their phone in the toilet? Who looks better in glasses? Who's more likely to get injured? Who's more likely to be the reason you're running late? Goes along with the next one. Probably because who's the better dresser? There you go. Who spends more money?
So now it's open dancing. Pretty similar deal. Same lighting setup. and I would just work through my combinations of lighting. I'd turn the on camera off and use the off. I'd turn the off cameras off and use the on camera. I'd switch it up and do some shutter drag. A small RGB LED panel that I'd put on top of the camera. That's always really good later towards the end of the night. It's like a bug light for drunk people. As soon as they see that, they want to come act out to it. So it's a really fun way to get some interesting reactions. Another one that I did that I ran out of memory on my 360 camera before I could get to it was I set up a shot outside that was mostly it was all off camera. And there's a fountain out front. I put a gel on it to color the fountain, and then I had the couple kind of backlit and tried to get the venue. I wish I had a couple more flashes for the venue, but I'll put a couple pictures up here at the end and I'll kind of talk through it. This guy was crushing it. He'd pop out of nowhere every once in a while and just burn it down. So for the off-camera shots outside, I went out and set this up. I spent probably, 10-15 minutes just setting it up, fine-tuning the powers and the angles, and trying to hide the light that's on the left, trying to hide it behind the pillar there with the light. And the other one is straight in the middle of the doorway, pointed at the fountain with a pink gel. And it also helped that it was sprinkling, so it kind of lit up all the rain that was coming through. And I wanted to make sure all that was set up and ready to go before I even brought them out, because I didn't want to take up too much time in the middle of the party. They got stuff going on they want to do. So we just did that. Once it was set up, I went out and grabbed them. Hey, can I get you 5 minutes real quick? We run out, positioned them, took a quick test shot, made sure their exposure was good. Just did a couple loose prompts. I just had them belly to belly looking at each other. I did like a forehead to forehead thing. I had them just kind of slow dance a little bit in place and then had them do a twirl. They crushed it. Had a great day. It was, everything was smooth. There was no issues. Thanks again for watching. If you made it this far, you're a real trooper, and I'll catch you on the next one.